Hello, and welcome to another episode of
The Vape Chronicles.
I'm Papa Ginge, and no, I don't have a soul.
I'm Brother Fisher, and, I'm not a ginger.
Today, we're going to talk about the SMOK Pro-Color. Everybody's heard of it, but is it really worth your time?
I'm going to be eating some pizza.
Let's dig in.
You took the bottle away from me. The bottle of bird brains.
Oh, I will give it back. So, welcome to another episode of the Vape Chronicles. Today we're going to talk about a mod that I got a hold of the other day. Everybody's heard of it. Everybody has one. And honestly, I've been a little skeptical in the past, but I have been largely impressed. Today we are talking about the SMOK Pro-Color. This is a 225 watt mod with a temperature control setting. It's got a pretty nifty display.
Good resolution.
And
unbelievable resolution.
Yeah, really nice. And on it, I am running my UL Crown 3 tank. But let's talk about this thing. In the vape community, I've noticed there are a lot of folks, they either love or they hate SMOK or smoke, however you want to pronounce it. I prefer smoke because it sounds weird to say the other one.
I would say smoke too.
Yeah. There are a lot of people, you either love them or you hate them. To be honest, I've been pretty skeptical because I haven't heard a lot of good things, but I am impressed with this little mod. A couple things that I noticed right off the bat. This thing is sturdy. It's very heavy duty. It's got like a kind of a metal frame, probably aluminum.
Magnesium.
Something like that. It's pretty heavy duty. You can feel it. There's some good weight in your hand. It's also not huge like some of the other smoke mods. This thing,
or even a Wismac like that one. It's kind of big and just a little clunky in your hand.
It's not too wide. It's not, it feels good. And it's pretty cool. As far as design goes, I think it's pretty sweet. It's got the classic side fire button right here. You can kind of see it. It's pretty sweet. It's got a crazy display. So, some interesting stuff about this. I'm running it at 90 watts. 3 clicks gets you into your menu with your different settings for what you want to run out of it. This takes you to like a puff counter that you can set and reset. You can choose what color the LED screen lights up. On this one, you can choose more different LED settings. If it fades in and out, stays on, stays off, all that jazz. Then you get here and you can turn it off or turn it on. It's pretty easy. To select any one of those, you just hold down the fire button for a minute. It's actually pretty sweet. So, a couple things. First and foremost, I feel like everybody has one of these. You see them everywhere. And I think by far as this manufacturer goes, this is probably one of their better selling devices. I know a lot of guys that like the T-Priv. Now they've got the G-Priv 2. You get something on your shirt there, bud? Yep. A lot of people have the G-Priv 2 where it's all touchscreen. And some of those features are really cool, but I worry about some of those things kind of crapping out as they get older. The touchscreen might go on the fritz, might just get kind of weird. And that just bothers me. I want a mod that's going to last a long time. This thing, I think you could throw it around pretty good and nothing's going to happen to it. It's pretty solid. It takes two 18650s and it's got the trapdoor battery style. Kind of interesting here. A lot of the trapdoors I feel like are pretty flimsy. They just kind of like flop around and they're not real great. But I will say I am impressed with this one. You just kind of pop it up. And it's real, like it's tight. There's no battery rattle. The lights are kind of coming on. Block your face. There we go. Ooh, Transformer style. The battery door feels really solid. So a lot of the pros, I think, for this little mod are that it's pretty heavy duty. I feel like it's kind of a workhorse. It can maybe take a little bit of a beating. It also has a great display, very high resolution, beautiful colors. That seems to work pretty well. The battery door is solid. It's a nice little battery door. And and it works. But there are a couple cons that I noticed too. First and foremost, these are not high drain batteries that I have in here. So if you have just kind of your standard batteries, you're gonna grab them for, $7, $8, $9 at the shop. They're not gonna do super great. The ramp up time on this thing with these batteries is really kind of sad, and that's been sort of a disappointment, which I get. You put some better batteries in it, it's gonna be good. So you're gonna want better high drain batteries. Another con, I think the menu settings. Oh, hang on a second.
What is that?
I'll tell you in a second. The menu settings, there's a lot of them. I mean, there are a lot of different things. You can choose that. Here, let's go with one of these. And we'll just click that. There we go. Yeah, there's a lot to do with this thing. So if you want a simple mod that you're just gonna, use your all-day vape, this thing will work. But there's a lot of different menu options, and it's kind of confusing on how to operate it. You got to click the button a whole lot of times. That's all right, but some people may not like it. Design is cool. I think the colors are cool. It's heavy. It's sturdy. It feels really good in your hand. It's not too big, which I know a lot of people kind of complain about. Some of the bigger mods, the SMOK RX200 Brother Fisher has, I love it, but it's clunky. It's a pretty big thing. And so this one that it has that going for it. I honestly think this is a reliable mod by SMOK, and we've got something good here. I think that's why people keep buying it. Yeah. So not a whole lot to say about this one. I don't think there are a whole lot of people that don't know about them, that haven't interacted with one of these devices before. If you're looking for something that you can take out and not worry about getting broken, the SMOK Pro-Color might be the mod for you. So, with that is a short and condensed version of the Vape Chronicles.
The Vape Chronicles.
SMOK Pro-Color mod. If you guys have questions, let us know. Click that like button down in that side of the screen. And remember to subscribe. See you later. You could just be attentive for like 2 minutes. That'd be great. Really appreciate that. I kind of like it. I think it works. Pretty good. How's that pizza?
I guess.
He ate an entire
really
pizza.
Good.
You're not wearing any pants.